This is one interview question. Must they will ask how to find the baddies, especially for the entry level 1 2 years experience people. No? How to find the baddie, right?
Actually, I already attend one interview SCL actually company.
Hmm. Hmm.
They
Hmm.
told me the how to find out the body.
Hmm.
They one asked me one question: how to
Hmm.
implement new syntax in custom standards class using body. In standard class, we want add one syntax concrete. Okay, using body. How to we do that? Actually, I don't know.
Standard class using the baddie. Yeah.
Hmm.
Generally, standard class enhancements only rarely will go through it, because it comes under the standard class enhancements, right?
Okay.
Basically, enhancements in which scenarios, mostly 90% of cases or 90% cases is for the uh, business transaction codes, actually, like
Okay.
MM01, VA01, all the business transaction codes, FD01. For all these transaction codes, SAP has given the placeholder. So, what is the concept of baddies or enhancements? There is a placeholder for the to write our own logic. This is the flow actually. If you take it's a business transaction code. This is business T code. Okay. This is our SAP database tables, SAP database. So the type of baddies, enhancements, all the same concept only. So this is a placeholder. It's called a switch. Hook, we can call it hook or switch or enhancement. Okay. So the requirements will be like once you use the business transaction codes. So before going to control to the database, so this is the flow actually from transaction code to database. This is save button. Once you click the save button, so what happens? All the data, whatever is available in this T code, what you entered. Suppose you are creating a material, you are creating a customer or vendor. So information will transfer from here to here. This is the actual path. Whereas if there is any additional validations required or one more scenario, okay, think of when is the other scenario you may need a right to be written inside the scenario where you may write a code inside the baddies or enhancements or exits, all are same only. One is for a customer, new fields addition of those cases or validation. What could be the other scenarios? Very important point here. Only one scenario is there, very important scenario. I got my point right. One more scenario where you use this placeholder to write your own code, not for just adding the new fields into the screen or not for validation purpose. So this is very important to think whenever in the higher level, whenever you are giving solution. Suppose you want to create you want the data, this standard flow, right? This is standard flow. It will hit your standard tables, right? The data will go finally to MRA table if it is MM01. But you need the data to be updated into your own custom table as well. This is your custom table.
Okay.
ZMARA, something, ZMARA log, for example, some log. Someone, you want a business requirement has come, something like they want to maintain a log from this date to this date, how many materials has been created, who has created, like that. Some additional information, for example. This is your custom table.
Okay.
So in this case, custom table upgrade can happen only through the enhancements only. Inside the enhancement, you write a statement, insert data into this custom table. This is one scenario, remember all of you, interview point of view. One good scenario to tell. I will write the wordings here. We can write, I'll write in the wordings. we can use the enhancements or baddies as well baddies, not just only for a custom, uh, not only for custom changes, means like new validations, new fields addition onto the standard screens. But also, if we want, okay, uh, our own custom tables to be has to be updated in the flow between T code to T code to database tables. We have to write inside the baddies or exits only. This is very important on the point here. You can take this one. Right, got the point, right? So now we'll find the baddie. Hmm, I will show in the AC system. Right? For example, if you want to create a vendor, we just transaction code, XK01 will be the transaction code. And create a vendor here. New vendor information we are creating. I will give the random company code 0001, purchase operation 0001, account group 0001. Right? I want to write as title company, searching option, street number 100, white field. Region is suppose Karnataka 10 here. Okay. So for this one, I want this field should be mandatory. I want make it as a mandatory. Suppose if reason is equal to 10 through the baddie programmatically. Okay. I'll see my screen unable to hear clearly,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So all of you, right? Now I'll go here. I'll save it this one. Some just values I'm entering randomly. This is not required to know for us. As a function technicals, we don't need this one. No? So they'll give that requirement clearly, what information we should enter. Mm. Some problem is cyber assets. I'll create one more. Okay, so in this flow, you want to find a baddie, right? So the moment I click on save, data has been transferred from here to here. So in between, you need to find a baddie here, this baddie name. For that, so what we should do is we have to go to SC24. SC24. So we have to, there is a class CL exit handler. Click on display. CL underscore exit. And to find the baddies, get instance. If any baddie triggers in our process flow, this is process flow we call. This is the process flow, data flow from here to here. All the baddies will trigger. So you have to put the breakpoint here, exit underscore name here, stop. Now execute. Create one more vendor, xk01. See, the moment I click on xk01, that is triggered. How do you know? Double click this one, baddie name, vendor underscore add data. Right here. I'll note down one by one baddie here. Vendor add data. Next, execute. See, one more baddie is triggered. This is for each bed, we don't know what purpose. We have to analyze one by one, everyone in the real-time projects. Everything by implementing and putting a breakpoint. No other option. It will be 10 days, 5 days we may take one baddie to find out. Baddie layer.
Sir, using package also we can find out, na?
Using package,
Yeah, yeah, enhancement spots and the
we can find, but this is a runtime because this is specific to only this transaction code, right? Whereas if you go to the
Mhm.
package may have more than one transaction code.
Okay,
For
more
the
than one
enhancements,
transaction.
we can find better through the package.
Mm-hmm.
But for the baddies and all, generally we'll go in the runtime either this way only generally. Through SC80 or I think SC84 you can find out.
18, I see 18.
SC84, I think.
Mm.
So we have to list out all these baddies. Mostly by seeing the description, sometimes we can uh, figure it out actually.
AC18, define and manage the body actually.
That is for creating and to see the baddie names only.
See the body names now.
But SC84, I think, to find out the right baddie based on the package name. Here you can find out enhancements here. Here. Here you can find out based on the package name. We give the package name. I'll
Mm-hmm.
complete this one, we'll see this one. Okay. So this is how we found. Now one by one I'm listing address subscreen. Mm, one more baddie. I mean, see here, concept here is after you enter these values, so when you press enter, this many baddies has been triggered. One, two, three, four. Means that on that step, if you want to do any validations and all, you should write think there. I'll show you how to think. Then you have to write the code. Now this skin has come. Means before this skin comes to user, you have that baddies. Now here company, give all the details. Wait, and house number. Right. Want postal code, you can use postal code here. Right, press enter. See here. The moment I press enter, again one baddie has been triggered. Address check. Means there is some SAP has given the provision to write the code inside this baddie. Execute. Right, again same baddie. Right, one more baddie. This is also one baddie. Execute. Right, now next skin has come. So before this skin has come, those three baddies triggered. Bank account. No saving. So the moment you save, again one more baddie triggered here. One more baddie. One more body. Address update. One more body. Every exit name here is one body. Right, one more body. One more body. One more body. I'm not testing now. One more body. 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 So I'm not clicking, go on clicking. Every some whenever the control comes here, stop you. Show the BAPI name. BAPI. 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 Badi. Sorry, not BAPI. Badi. Badi. This is the badi. Actually, we are going to write the code. One more badi last. See, this bad might be triggered 2 times. You have to analyze and which scenario when you need the data is available. Execute. One more baddie. Right? Execute. 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 See now. So we have list out all these baddies, and then what the next step is to find the right baddies. Yeah? I will remove that breakpoint. I will stop for every transaction code. Okay. Now, where do you see all the baddie details? You got to go to SC18 here. So you have to copy paste the baddie name here. Huh? Suppose if you copy paste the baddie name, vendor add data. Baddie name, display. Sometimes you can get a documentation here. Huh? Okay, it gives some information. Huh? And important thing is if you go to here, you have to analyze these methods here. Method and data, all. What are all the things available here? If I go to here, save data. Here, check all data. So here the data will be available in the runtime. What you are giving. I underscore LF, all the skin field data here. So how do we know? We have to implement and put the breakpoint here. Now, for example, how to implement this bad is Take this body name. Go to SC19. Give the body name. Implementation. Starting with Z. Okay. Implement here. Enter. Go to here. Save it. Enter. Information message. So you have to click on create the enhancement implementation. Okay, give the enhancement implementation. Test. Enter. Give the package. Enter. Right. Create. Enter. So go to the method one by one. No? Suppose if I go to here, so it gives you the empty method. You should write the code inside this method. You can write the code here. This is an empty placeholder. This is what this flow I was telling. This folder. You can write just one test purpose. VFS sub RC. This is how we find the real time. In the real time also the bad is nothing meaning just to put the breakpoint here. Enter. Put the breakpoint here. Okay, now we have to activate the body. Activate the body. If our body method triggers for our scenario, control will stop. Right now, create a new vendor. XK01. Create a new vendor. See here. Now the moment I clicked, right, save button, debug bad is triggered. So inside this bad, you can write the code. So here you have to check it What parameters are available in the runtime? We go to here, body name, SC18, enter add data, display, go to method definition, check all data. Here, these parameters will be having the skin field data here. If I paste this one, no, in the runtime, see here, runtime I'm checking the data. Right? This is what I have given. Yeah. In this one, you have the data of what you have given, the right reason, all these things. So this we should use, and then we should write the code in the method. For example, okay. For example, um, if I want put a one condition, suppose reason 10, then must be Bangalore. You got my point? Okay. Hello. Or I can put the condition on the this one as well, pin code as well. Okay. Hello.
Okay, okay.
Right. So we'll put on the condition of suppose maybe PFACH. What is this
Mhm.
PFACH? We'll see in the screen here. We go to XK01. XK01. Let's see the PFACH, I think. How do you know? You have to press F1 here. Function F1. Technical information. PO box. Field name is PO underscore box. I think this has been maybe converted. We can check the values here, in the debug mode, right? I think this is one PO box. One is what is the other sequence? One is PO box, other one is postal code. This could be PO box, this may be postal code. So this postal code, PSTL2, will do the validation. Is L2. Okay. Let us put this one. This field will do the validation. What I do is I will go to and write a code based on reason, right? If you could see here, region 10. If region 10 now, region 10 now, this must be Bangalore pin code. So I will try with my area pin code. I will do that validation. This is my pin code 560067. Okay. So it must be entered the 560067. Okay. So for that, what I do is go to the code, execute. Okay, now go to the body. Right. Check all data. Write the code here. If I underscore LF A1 hyphen regio equal to 10. Okay. If I underscore LF A1 hyphen PSL2, PSTL2, not equal to. So I'll check this Kadugudi pin code number 560067. 560067. No? Okay. Message. I don't give any error message. Okay. I'll give information message only. Message. You have entered a wrong pin code. It must be 560067 pin code for Bangalore. Type I. And if, and if. Note down one more point here. See here. This code, for development to complete, you should execute only for your user ID. This is what you should follow in real-time projects. You should not write the code like this because it will affect to everyone. How to write that? This code should execute only for me, for my user ID only.
Caillou name, no? I think so.
So you can write
Sai,
if this is very must practice,
Sai
better
name is it?
practice. Otherwise, right, everyone will suffer in the development system. If anything wrong in this code, got right? You note down this point. This is a real time. You can tell that this is very important to be considered like that as a one interview in interview. Are you getting point what I'm trying to say? Hello? If you don't write put this condition, no, this code will execute for every user in the development system. It should not because other people should not get this one only for the till development completes. Once development completes, you should take up this code. Line number 3 and 10. While testing is going on, no, everyone will stop. No one will create the vendor. Activate. I put a breakpoint here. Stop. Execute no. New vendor will create again. Session VA01. Sorry, XK01. Vendor number. Enter. See now code is declared. Right now here. Now this become true. Single step. Right? Reason equal to true. 10. Correct. Right? And what is this one? 5163. So this also become true. It comes a message here now. See. Look at my point here. Hello? Mm. Right? So in the business flow, right? In the standard flow, you have given your own validation. Your own validation. So you can write this one maybe in the resume if you want as built build the uh, yes, build the, I think it's not right here. Implemented body vendor underscore data method, or just body for validating the vendor mm, pin code value to be entered correct for the chosen region. Are you getting my point here? So if you want practice this one, I can give you a server. Tomorrow you ping me, any one of you. So I'll ping you for a few time, few hours. This is not the your own your HANA system. This is separate system. EC system. I can ping you, give you few hours. You can put you practice, then it will be you can answer easily this one. Same thing. Implement a body vendor data for validating vendor pin code value 20 for the business transaction code XK01. Okay. Same way you can write implemented body customer underscore data for validating the customer pin code value to be entered correct for the chosen region for the business T code FD01. So you have to explore yourself. Body name is customer underscore data. What I explained, the same way you should do for FD01. You have to find out the body, implement the body, and write the code. So I can give the body code what I have written here. Body implemented for FD01, skip 01, and FD0. Okay, don't tell this in S4 HANA. S4 HANA, we don't have this one. S4 HANA XK01 not there, only BP. Clear? Hello?
Okay.
So you can stop recording. I will continue further in the baddies next class.
Sir, one more question. Using SE18, we find out the body, no, actually.